Yo peeps, what's going on? We're back again with another vid. You don't already know the vibes. Make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe. All that. Right now we're doing the player ratings, which will probably not be good. So the men there better close their eyes, close their ears, close their kids' ears, wife ears, all that, because they ain't gonna wanna hear this. Done the review yesterday, so go check that. That's already dropped. As I said, now this one's the player ratings, and I've got some stuff to add. Yesterday I was just seething, so just literally game done, jumped in there and got my shot. But now I'm gonna add some stuff to it. So let's get right to it. This is what we're here for. First of all, this is the perfect opportunity to finally end our hoodoo of not winning at the Emirates in the league. We've done it in the League Cup, cool. But in the league, we ain't done it. We usually getting slapped. And to be fair, most time we do take the lead and then we end up losing. Something we done again yesterday, so I should have known. But the last time we won in the league at the Emirates was 2010. I believe it was the 30th of November 2010, and we won it 3-2, and we were 2 goals down. I believe Nasri got the first goal for them, then Shamak put them 2 up, then Bell put 1 back, Van der Vaart with a free kick hit the wall, ref said handball, plenty, Van der Vaart steps up, puts it away. Remember him going shh, shh, shh to the crowd and putting someone in the crowd, and then right at the death, Kabul with a header. And I remember the commentator saying, is this now when the tables will turn on who's going to run North London? Is the power finally shifting in North London? That is what he said. That did not age well at all, because 21 years later, 11 years later, no, I'm not seeing anything. If anything, it's probably worse. So there's definitely no power shift. Whoever's got the better team, yeah, over the last few years, yeah, Tottenham for sure. But in terms of power shift, definitely not. We've not won anything in that time. They've won some FA Cups and all that. Not even putting the Community Shield in there, but they've definitely won FA Cups in that time. Maybe 3 or 4 or something since then. So no, all we've got is an Audi Cup, which is not even a real cup. So if we put in any kind of shift like we did that day then, with these group of players, I believe we definitely would have broke that hoodoo, and that would have gave us confidence going next season into this fixture that we look forward to. I don't know why, because they just let us down time after time. But we thought this had been the time. Next season, if there's fans there, it probably won't go down well, but it is what it is. And then Mourinho comes out with comments like, we deserve something from the game for the last 20 minutes. Huh? Is he high? We were battered. Let's be real, we were battered. It wasn't even a contest, we were battered for 80 minutes. I don't know where he got 20 minutes from. I'm gonna say we only paid well for 10 minutes. I'm not giving them the 20 minutes. No, definitely not. Did we play better in the second half? We started off well. Definitely not as bad as we were in the first. But we can't keep wasting 45 minutes. The game is 90 minutes. A football match lasts 90 minutes. It's not 45 or 10. It's 90. And in the North London derby, if you're not up for it, then don't play. Say to the manager, you know what, I'm not up for North London derby, I don't get it. I don't know what it means to the fans, what it means to the club. Don't play. Sit this one out. Get on the bench. Or just don't even be in the squad, period, if you don't get it. Because a lot of those players I saw yesterday on that pitch, they were hiding and it looked like they didn't get a North London derby. And a few of them have played North London derbies before. But for some reason, it seems like it didn't register that this is a North London derby and they were not on it. And they were definitely not on job. So him saying that we deserved the point, negative. They had like 13 or 10 attempts in the first half. We had 1. Only the second half to be slightly improved and have a few more chances. But funny enough, we played better when we had 10 men. So I don't even know how that works. Fair enough, King hit the post and whatever else, cool. But the luck we got, it just showed that we didn't deserve nothing. And they hit the bar, they hit the post. The signing, the warnings are there. The players didn't react to the warnings. Bottle job, it was absolute limp performance for North London derby. If there's one game you don't need to be up for, it's the North London derby. Absolutely. Against Wolves, Brighton and the odd time, fine. But a North London derby, everyone's got to be on the same hymn sheet, everyone's got to be on job. And only like maybe 2 men were on it yesterday. Let's be real. For a large part of the game. Not good enough. If I was their missus, they'd be sleeping on the sofa. I said, you were not sleeping in bed with me. You're not laying down with me and you playing like that. You had no heart, no passion. You think you're going to come in the room and try, nah, get on the sofa. You even get in a blanket, just sleep on the sofa, that's it. Don't even turn the TV on. You don't even deserve to use nothing, no electric, nothing. I'll be giving you leftovers, you're even getting no fresh food. That's how bad it was, and them man don't deserve nothing, what they put us through. How dare they put in that performance in the North London derby for us fans to watch and witness and have to endure that. Getting battered and just bullied, it was just like total domination. It was like 50 Shades of Grey. Or 365, if you know, you know. That's what it was. And it's definitely not good enough. And we have no son who got injured in the 20th minute, so I'm not even going to mark him. He didn't do anything anyway, to be fair. He didn't get no ball, he didn't get nothing. He went on it. But he got injured 20 minutes. And that summed us up. Once he came off, it seemed like that was it. They just, like, all the air and their soul and spirit left them, and they just went even more limp for the rest of the half. Not good enough for a North London derby. I'm not impressed. I don't want to see a North London like that again. Not a derby like that. I say when we played them, we won 2-0. That second half was atrocious, but it was both sides. Arsenal totally battered us, and to be real, no bias, they deserve to win the game. And anyone that says otherwise, you either too biased to admit it, or you didn't watch the game, or you're just disillusional, and you just still want to see what's right before your eyes. And I'm not that. I'm being real. But that's enough bashing them. No, it ain't, because we're doing the player rating, so they're going to get a bit more bashing. But anyway, we're starting as always in between the sticks. And that's Hugo Lloris, the captain, who I don't know why is the captain, by the way, because he doesn't lead, he doesn't do anything. He just about can command his box, let alone a whole team of people. But maybe in the dressing room he's a leader, but I don't care about what you're doing in the dressing room. I need to know what you're doing on the pitch. If you can't lead the man on the pitch, then why are you the captain? Is it because you're the favourite, or you've been there the longest, or whatever it is? I don't know. But for me, a captain needs to be vocal and he needs to be a leader. Because all the best teams, that's how captains are. Not just the player's favourite player. Or, oh, we like him, so we're going to make him captain. No. But anyway, Lloris, no chance of the first goal. And obviously the penalties are 50-50. It's a toss-up. But other than that, did he do bad? No. But end of the day, he still conceded 2 goals. So he didn't really have saves to make, to be fair. Corners came in, he dealt with them. But he conceded 2 goals. I'm going to give him a 5. Matt Doherty. Oh my God. Listen, I get he came out the other day in an interview, and I respect him for it. Don't get me wrong, he came out and said he's still trying to adjust to the system, and I get it. He's used to playing as like a back five, more as a right wing back than a right back, and I get it. But if you can't adapt, and Mourinho can see you can't adapt, don't play him in the North London derby. This game is way too big, and we don't need no passengers. Even though we had about maybe 9 passengers for a majority of the game. But for the most part, he's a passenger anyway. He got absolutely roasted by Tierney. Knocked it around him, ran past him, out of position. He was jogging back. You're jogging in a North London derby. Tierney's putting on the burners, and you're jogging. Whips the ball in. You had no chance to block it because you were jogging back. He's not good enough. I don't know. We got robbed for 15, 17 million, whatever he was. We got robbed. We could have got a lot better than that for cheap. Kufau was at West Ham. He would not be getting done like that by Tierney. I don't believe so. Even Aurier. Much as people want to slag him off, he is not getting done like that. He's not jogging. He's going to be sprinting. He is not good enough for this club. I'm sorry. And I know he just came at the start of the last season, at the start of this season, but he's not good enough. And we've been robbed. Get him out the door, or if you're going to get Aurier out, get him out, but get someone better that he can just be an understudy. I don't want Matt Doherty in the North London derby. I don't want to see him in the derby or any big game. Put him in the game against the small teams. He seems to do well there. In the big games, don't want to see him against the big six. He was shit. That's all I can say. And that's the nicest word I can possibly use to describe his performance. That's the best word I have to describe it. And it is shit. And for me, Doherty, sorry, but I'm not sorry. You're getting a 0. Alderweireld, to be fair, the defenders are doing pretty well. Let's be real, because we're under siege for 95% of the game. And he done alright. Obviously, the deflection hit him, went in past the Reese. He couldn't really do anything about it. But other than that, he was winning headers, clearing, roll Z in it, if need be, hoofing it away. He done decent, I guess. But we still managed to concede 2 goals, and it is what it is. So for me, Toby, he's getting a 6. Reguilon, to be fair to him, he might have been another player, so I might say 3. He knew what this game meant, and he's already been here this season, and he gets what this game means to a fan. He was going into tackles, he was doing whatever he could. Didn't really have much of the ball because we never had the ball most time. It was Arsenal having the ball. We hardly saw it, we had a sniff. But he done his thing for the most part when he had the ball, and when he had to defend, he done what he had to do. I'm going to give him a 6 as well. Sanchez, he was doing well, to be fair to him. But as always, some people say it's harsh to give a penny, but end of the day, you go flying in like that, in the box, you don't win the ball, you run risk of giving away a penny. It's just that simple. He could have stayed on his feet, he didn't need to fly in. And those kind of decisions is what we don't need in a North London derby. We're 1-0 at this time, it's 1-1, still in the game, even though we're getting battered, but then you go and give away a penny. And as I was saying, he was having a good game up until then. But that's what he does. So he has to be knocked down. So for me, Sanchez is getting a 3. Ndombele, anonymous. Didn't do anything. Had a couple of touches, but gave the ball away more than he done anything positive with the ball. Not one of his best performances. He's been good these last few weeks, to be fair to him. So I'm not going to knock him too much, but in a North London derby, when you play bad, it stands out. And yeah, he went good. So he's getting a free. Gareth Bale, thought he was back. Maybe he was sent a doppelganger and he was playing golf, because he didn't turn up and he was awful. I didn't even know he was on the pitch until he got substituted at 57 minutes. All he done was give the ball away, try to knock the ball through people's legs and run onto it, and then look for a free kick, as he always does. Nowhere near good enough for a North London derby. And him as an ex-Tottenham man before he came back, and remember he was in that game when we last won at the Emirates. I thought he would have showed a little bit more, but he didn't. So for me, sorry Gareth Bale, you're getting a 1. Lucas Moura, one of the players that actually showed something through that game. He got the assist for Lamella's goal. He was going to tackles. He was getting fouled and pushed around, but he kept the ball. He was brilliant, to be fair to him. And based on his performance and just his willingness to run and try and make something happen, he's gonna be my man of the match. It would have been Lamella, but he got his ass sent off, so he can't be. But it was between them two. But seeing as Lucas still on the pitch, it's gonna be him, and he's getting an 8. Son, I'm not gonna mark because he only lasted 19 minutes, and he pulled up, and I blame Mourinho for that, because Mourinho doesn't rest Son. He will rest Kane, take off Bell, but he doesn't want to take off Son. He will overplay him. Even when the game is done and dusted, he wants to keep Son on. And it's inevitable that all those winner games we've had, that he was going to pull up, and that's exactly what happened. So I'm not going to mark him, and I wish Sonny a speedy recovery. That's my guy. One of my favorites, probably my favorite player at the club. He's always smiling, he's always happy. So big up Son, and get well soon, bro. Højbjerg, shocking game. I've not seen him play that bad since Everton in the first game of the season. He was bad. Passes were too far, or he would just pass to the Arsenal players, just give the ball away, loose touches. He was awful. He got bossed in midfield. He was pulled from pillar to post. Party had him on toast. Mate, he had a long day, put it that way. Not his best game. Awful. 2. Harry Kane, quietest game. I've seen he got frustrated that he knocked over Gabriel. That's how frustrated he was that we weren't getting the ball. He only came alive when the Lamella came off, and I'll say the last 10 minutes we finally saw Harry Kane turn up. He had a goal disallowed for offside, which it was correctly given, and had a free kick at the post. Sanchez came through, should have put it away, didn't do it, but it just summed it up. And he had a free kick right at the death, right into the stands where he usually puts it. So considering he is so accurate from tightest angles and whatever else, from set piece and dead balls, he is not good at all. He definitely needs to practice that in training, because I don't think he is. So why they allow him to take free kicks is beyond me. He's obviously not practicing them, and he should be taken off. Mourinho should stop him taking free kicks, so he's just racing them in good positions. So for me, Kane is getting a free. Subs, Dele came on. As soon as he came on, gave her a penny. The first thing he done was kick the ball back into play from kickoff, and after that, didn't really see him, didn't really do much. So he's getting a free. We need a goal, so Mourinho decides to bring on who? Yep, you guessed it, Sissoko, and didn't do anything. What does he bring to the team? You need a goal. You don't bring on Sissoko. That's not your go-to. If you're 2-3 goals up, then you say you bring on Sissoko just to see the game out. When you bring on Sissoko when it's 1-1 and you need a goal, that tells me that you're shutting up shop. That's what that tells me. And you're settling for the point in the North London derby. Not the sub I want to see. But he didn't ask to come on. But he didn't do nothing. So, yeah, he's getting a 1. I don't know what he even done. Lamella came on for Son early on. He got the goal, lovely goal, Rabona, the best goal I've seen in the North London derby, 100%. That and Kane's one at White Hart Lane, when he ripped it, I think they went on to equalise in the end, but he ripped it from outside the box on the left at an angle, ripped it top bins. That is right up there as well. Those two are up there. But again, he was my man of the match until he decided to get sent off. He got booked on the 69th minute and he'd even last 10 minutes before he got another yellow card. Marino knew it, I knew it, but it seemed like he didn't know it. He was trying to argue his case, which he never had. So I don't know what he was arguing. Tierney was coming. He tried to say he's putting his arm up to shield the ball, but he had his arm up, but he made the movement like this. You're always going to get a yellow card. Why do you need to do that when you got the ball? You don't need to. It was a stupid yellow card to pick up, and it ruined his day because he was brilliant. He was up for the derby. He knew what it meant, and he's always up for derbies, which is why I said put him in, because he knows what a derby is. He knows what it means to the fans, and he's always on it. And he didn't disappoint, apart from when he decided to get sent off, and it ruined what was a good display from him. So I have to knock him down, even though he got that brilliant Rabona goal. But you get sent off in the derby, especially like that, it's stupid and petulant, so you're going to get knocked down. So I'm going to give him a 4 for that. And Mourinho, I don't know what he said to them. He picked the right team, apart from Doherty, who he was on the bench. I don't know why he brought in Doherty. I was happy with the lineup other than that. But the tactics, I don't know what they were. It seemed like it was just to be flat and just negative. That's what it seemed like. I don't know if there's some miscommunication somewhere between him and the players, but as a fan watching it, that's the impression that we got in that first half, that you just go out there and just be there for the sake of being there, because you have to. That's what it seemed like. You got a game on, so you got to be there, but don't do nothing, don't try. Just be there to make up numbers. And that was not what I want to see in the North London derby. Such flat, negative football, negative mentality in the North London derby at 0-0 from the first whistle blows. That's how you're going to play. It's not like they scored an early goal or we got an early lead and then you decide to play like that. This is right at the gate. Not good enough. Second half came, there was an improvement for sure, which wasn't hard because it was so shit the first half, so it wasn't hard to improve upon it. But again, not good enough for North London derby. I'm sorry. You got players available and you're putting on players like that. Doherty, Sissoko, we need a goal. Dele Alli should have been the first one to come on, if that's the case. Not Sissoko. You're taking off Bell, I'm thinking I'm going to see Dele, but I'm seeing Sissoko. Not good enough. Sorry, no. Negative football, and that comment at the end that we deserve something after 20 minutes, no. And the only thing I'll give him credit for is saying that the big players are hiding, and they were hiding. They weren't on it. Kane went on it at the start. He didn't do anything. He was just jogging running around. He looked like he was injured. Everyone backed out. Everyone was backing off. No one gave up. No one's winning 50-50s. No one's winning the duels. They just put in a limp performance and just rolled over and played dead like a possum. Shit display, and I'm still not happy about it, as you can probably tell. And look, this is 24 minutes I'm on now. Nearly 30 minutes I've been going in, so I'm going to end it there. But look out for the preview, which will be dropping on Wednesday for our game against Dynamo Zagreb, for our away fixture, and obviously Saturday will be the preview for the Aston Villa game, which I'm not looking forward to, if I'm honest, because if I see that kind of performance against Aston Villa, we're going to get pammed, but it is what it is. And obviously the review will drop for the Zagreb game on Thursday and the Villa game Sunday respectively, so look out for that. But as always, stay safe, and until the next vid, I'm getting out of there. Peace.